What's going on, everybody? It's your boy QuestX. I'm coming back with a little bit of an update. Shout out to Mr. Boxing today. I saw his video. He said that as of recent, ESPN is reporting that Bermaine Stevirne could, instead of fighting Dominic Brazil on the undercard, could be promoted to the main card and fighting Deontay Wilder. Listen, we all don't want to see this fight. I mean, the fact is that I'm going to give you why QuestX Boxing doesn't want to see Bermaine Stevirne in the ring again with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder figured out how to beat Bermaine Stevirne. And good fighters, which I believe that Deontay Wilder is. I think what goes underrated is Deontay Wilder does make adjustments. And he's gotten better. And he's gotten stronger, believe it or not, as crazy as that sounds. And I just foresee this just being a bad look of a fight where we already know how it's going to go. We know that Wilder's going to keep him at bay with the jab, just like he did in the first fight. He's going to hook off the jab. He's going to come down the pike with the right hand. It's just, at this point in time, Stevirne is not the fight we want to see. So I really want Dillian Whyte. I think if we get Dillian Whyte, at least it will be something to give Wilder an understanding of how Whyte did with AJ. And he had success with AJ. I mean, I was happy to see Whyte get his ass knocked out by AJ, because I just think Dillian Whyte I swear, man, this guy is David Haye 2.0. This man is the most annoying person in boxing, being honest. Like, he's like that guy that he's like a gnat, just won't go away. I think it's his ears I don't like. That's unrelated to boxing, but they kind of fucked up. But on a serious tip, I think Whyte and Wilder should be the fight that we should see. I encourage Deontay Wilder to push for that fight. If he's got to talk to his handlers and say, hey, listen, I prefer to fight Dillian Whyte, because I think it would be an easier transition into the Anthony Joshua bout, because they both would have an opponent that's in common. I know they have Molina in common, but this would be a much better opponent to have in common because of how touted Dillian Whyte was at the time. So for me, I think this should be a better transitional fight for him to go into Anthony Joshua. I know Wilder probably is feeling down, but I just want to say to Deontay once again, you know, my heart goes out to you, brother. You are doing everything you can to give the fans what they want to see. There are powers that be that just unfortunately are running from you, man. And you know, to be a dangerous fighter is both a blessing and a curse. And you know, if you look at it in the correlation, and I'm not comparing the fighters, but I'm just saying, considering the fact that people complain about Wilder, they say like he's sloppy, they say he wings punches, that he has like no defense, right? Isn't it kind of ironic that all the guys who you guys keep saying are like these killers in the heavyweight division, they seem to need an extra added advantage? And to me, that tells me, again, I'm just thinking about it from the perspective of somebody who's competed in athletics, and I'm a very competitive person by nature. You know, if I'm never cheated before, right? I'm not a cheater. And then they tell me I'm going up against some guy who's a bum. Why do I need to not only train like I normally do, train hard, stay in shape, but I need an extra advantage? That tells me that there's fear there. And you don't have to admit it. If you're a Deontay Wilder critic or hater, you don't have to admit this. But we know that's what it's about. And this is what some of the reasons why many of us on here are trying to push for Deontay so bad. Come on, man. His KO ratio is no fucking joke. And these fighters know this. And let me tell you something. You had guys like Spilka who claimed up and down that power didn't hurt. But we all saw what we saw, bruh. You almost died, man. You had a neck brace on. Your woman was sitting up there almost having a heart attack. Let's not play these games, people. So, in short, if this Stevirne fight happens again, I'm telling you, it's going to be lackluster because Deontay Wilder is going to beat him easier than he beat him the first time. To me, Deontay Wilder was Deontay Wilder's most complete fight thus far. Just how he looked in the fight as far as using different tools, fighting his height. And then, again, like I said, he's gotten better. He has gotten better. And he's gotten extremely better at setting up those traps for the right hand. So, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, shout out to Mr. Boxer Today. That's the video I just saw. So I just wanted to, give my thoughts on if this fight, Stevirne and Wilder 2 happens. I really don't like it. I much prefer Dillian Whyte versus Deontay Wilder. It's your boy QuestX. I'm out. Peace.